Et bonjour à tous et bienvenue dans cette nouvelle vidéo. Aujourd'hui, on va commencer notre révision de quatrième terme et commençons notre révision par l'imparfait. Mais avant de commencer à voir les questions, on va voir ensemble une vidéo. Je vous rappelle par l'imparfait comment on conjugue le verbe à l'imparfait pour, euh, pour répondre aux questions. Alors, on regarde ensemble. C'est quoi l'imparfait et quand on utilise l'imparfait? Commençons.
On l'utilise à raconter les actions ou raconter des histoires. Pour savoir l'utilisation et la formation de l'imparfait, on regarde ensemble cette vidéo. Regardons.
The verb is to be, okay, and it's the imperfect form était grande, big et son.
On l'utilise à raconter les actions.
So how do we build, how do we construct this imperfect form, okay? So, but then let's focus now on l'utilisation. So when do we use l'imparfait? And then the first situation when we will use l'imparfait will be if you want to describe something in the past. Une description dans le passé. Okay, so if you want to describe something in the past, like in this example here, la pièce, the room, était, so that's the verb here. The verb is to be, okay, and it's the imperfect form, était, grande, big et sombre, dark. Okay, so in that case, you want to describe the room, then you should use l'imparfait. Second situation, une habitude dans le passé. So a habit, something that you are used to do in the past, okay, and the example is je partais, partir is to leave, okay, and it's the imperfect form here, le matin, the morning, à 8 heures. Okay, so in that case, you want to say that it's an habit, something that you do in the past, then you should use l'imparfait. Okay, other situation when you will need to use l'imparfait, une répétition dans le passé. Okay, so répétition, you understand, something that repeats itself dans le passé. The example here, nous allions tous les soirs au restaurant. Okay, so aller is to go tous les soirs. Okay, so every evening au restaurant. All right, so something that you do and that repeats itself in the past. And then, if you want to say something that lasts, durer is to last in the past, dans le passé, then in that case, this sentence is quite interesting because I wanted to make the difference between the use of the imparfait here, okay, and then here you've got the passé composé form, all right. So je regardais la télé, so la télévision, all right. So in that case, you tend to use, of course, l'imparfait because it lasts a while when you watch TV. So if it's a movie or something like that, when tu as appelé, okay? So appeler is to call on the phone, for instance, okay? So in that case, you want to make the difference between something that happens and it's an action, so tu as appelé, okay? And then here, you use l'imparfait, well, because it lasts longer, okay? So je regardais la télé quand tu as appelé, all right? And then we've got another structure. So if you want to insist on the fact that something lasts and then something continues, then we've got this structure. Être, so it's to be, être en train de, okay, and then you will put l'infinitive form after that, so the basic form. All right, so an example here as well. So I wanted to make the difference as well with, between the passé composé form here. Je n'ai pas répondu. Répondre is to answer, okay, car, because. j'étais en train de faire mes devoirs. Okay? So faire mes devoirs, to do my homework. Okay? And then in that case, you use this structure, j'étais en train de, because you want to say that, well, it lasts. Okay? It's quite long. It's not something that will take 1 minute or 2 minutes, but it's longer than that. Okay? So that's the reason why we use this j'étais en train de faire, so était en train de, as we saw here. Okay, so you will have to use this verb être, okay, but then at the imparfait form, of course. Okay, so and then one thing that you should keep in mind is that être, so to be, croire, to believe, penser, to think, savoir, to know, are often, it's quite important, souvent, often, so it's not always, okay, because it's not possible to say always, especially if you're talking about French grammar, okay, but often you use them at l'imparfait form, okay. Now let's see how to construct this imparfait, okay. So I've been taking some verbs from the first group and then the second and the third group, okay? If you remember, we've got 3 groups of verbs in French. So the first one, regarder, so is to watch, okay? And then I've been putting this nous form at the present. For a good reason, you will see why a bit later. So you should know the present form of regarder, and it goes like nous regardons, so that's the present form, nous regardons, okay? For the second group, I've been taking finir, finir to finish, to end, okay? Same thing, you will put this nous form at the present, nous finissons, okay? And then for the third group of verbs, I took prendre, prendre is to take, okay? And it goes like nous prenons. Alright, so nous regardons, nous finissons, nous prenons. So the reason why I wanted you to see the nous form is just because that's the form we will use to construct the imparfait. Okay, so the thing will be to take away the ending of nous, and the ending of nous, it's ons, like you saw here, here, and here. So the idea is that this ending, you will take it away, okay? Then, that's the thing we will keep. Regarde, like that, without the ending for nous. Finisse, without the ending for nous. And then prenne, without the ending, okay? And after that, you will add the endings for l'imparfait. And they will be like for je, AIS, for tu, AIS,
Ce sont les terminaisons de l'imparfait.
for il or elle, AIT, for nous, IONS, for vous, IEZ, and for il, elle at the plural, AIENT. Alright, so now if you, or if we talk about the pronunciation, the good thing is that this will be pronounced E, this will be pronounced E, obviously because you write it the same way. This will be pronounced E as well. So final S and final T are not pronounced, and this is pronounced the same way. And the good news is that this form, A-I-E-N-T, is pronounced E as well. Okay, so we've got E here, E, and then E. Okay, so that's quite easy to produce. I mean, it's not normally, it's not a big difficulty for the student to make this E sound. Okay, and then for nous, it will be, so if you remember correctly, so final S is not pronounced here. Okay, and then this O-N, so it's a nasal and it goes in your nose and it goes like on. Alright, so you don't hear any N, so it's really on. Okay, when you add this E before, okay? You will get the y sound. So you get yon. Yon, that's the full form, okay? Yon. And then ye here, okay? So, e, yon, ye, e. All right? So now, je regarde. And then e. So that's the full form that you will have. And then you will pronounce it je regardais. All right? So if we have the example for finir, it was finis. Remember this form that we got from the new form of the present. Okay, so finis, and then you add est. Je finissais. All right? And then the last verb we had was prendre, if I remember correctly. Yes? And it was prenne. Okay, the form that we got when we took away this ons ending from the present. Okay, so prenne, and then you add your ending est. Je prenais. Okay, so let's see how it goes for all the forms. So je regardais, so it's regarder, to watch. Tu regardais, il regardait, elle regardait, nous regardions, vous regardiez, il regardait, elle regardait. Okay, so remember, regardait, 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 and then as well, regardait. And after that, you've got this yon, as I said, regardions, and then ye, regardiez. All right? Let's see finir now. Je finissais, tu finissais, il finissait, elle finissait, nous finissions, vous finissiez, il finissait, elle finissait. Okay, so same thing here. Have a look. Finissait, 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 same form. And then finissait here, same form. I mean phonetically, okay? And then yon, finissions, and then finissiez. All right? And the last verb we had with to take, prendre. Je prenais, tu prenais, il prenait, elle prenait, nous prenions, vous preniez, il prenait, elle prenait.
Alors, et maintenant, on peut compléter et commencer dans notre fiche de révision. Alors, ici, la première phrase. Les élèves pendant l'étude, si on va mettre verbe aider à l'imparfait, verbe aider, c'est un verbe de premier groupe. On va conjuguer d'abord verbe aider avec nous sera aidant. On écrit par ons et le radical sera aide. On va ajouter avec il a, it. So the answer will be aider avec a, it. Question numéro 2, on a verbe demander avec tu. Et on va conjuguer le verbe à l'imparfait. Alors, on conjugue le verbe avec nous sera demandant. On écrit par ons et on va ajouter AIS la terminaison de tu. On dit ici demander. Pour numéro 3, avec quoi on a ici le sujet en et avec verbe remplir. Remplir. So, on va conjuguer verbe remplir au présent avec nous sera remplisse. Remplissant, on va ajouter la terminaison du il sera remplissé avec AIT. Alors, on va compléter ici jusqu'à numéro 11. D'accord, on complète ici, on va réviser ensemble question numéro 2 et 3. Question numéro 2, mettez le verbe avoir à l'imparfait. Les enfants, on a dit avaient avec A-I-E-N-T, avaient de travail en retard. Et numéro 2, tu avais avec AIS, sûrement un ours. Et pour numéro 3, Euh, vous avez vélo. On a écrit aviez-vous un vélo pour numéro 4. Il n'avait pas de jouet. Et numéro 5, les élèves avaient les grippes. Pour question numéro 3, c'était verbe être à l'imparfait. La police était à la recherche de voleurs. Ses parents étaient en vacances. Elle en était du dernier chapitre. Pour numéro 4, nous étions avec vous. Et pour question numéro 5, depuis quand étiez-vous là? Comme ça, on a fini la première partie de notre révision sur l'imparfait. Et merci beaucoup pour votre attention aujourd'hui et à demain. Au revoir.